With rates hovering at almost 7% and feeling like they've stayed there forever, you've got to be wondering, how are people actually buying homes, right? So you add that in with higher property taxes, rising insurance rates, and then yet you still see your friends posting on Facebook. They're like, we just bought a house. And you're like, how in the world are they even doing this? What we used to think was affordable and attainable has quickly gone out the window. But I've got an idea. I want to give you guys today a couple of cheat codes to actually help buy a home in 2025. There's some things you need to know that are helping people, and most of them, if you dig in, this is probably what they're doing in order to make that home purchase actually make sense. We had a client recently do this, and let me just tell you, they're saving about $10,000 a year on their mortgage payment. So if you're interested, this video is for you. If you're not, it's okay. But I'm giving you cheat codes today on how people are actually buying homes here in 2025 in DFW. The biggest cheat code I can give you is the fact, number one, people are buying inventory homes from quality construction production builders here in DFW. That is what we are by and large seeing tons and tons of people doing. If we haven't met before, my name is Zach, and that's actually all our team does is new construction real estate. Whether you're buying from the inventory, which is the biggest win right now, or you're trying to build from the ground up with a builder, that's what we're here to help with. So if you have questions, you can reach us down below. But we are seeing people save thousands of dollars a year on their mortgage payments, and they're getting the washer, the dryer, the fridge, the everything, right? The phrase we've been using with our clients is, right now, you have the ability to get the moon, the stars, and the spaceship to get you there, if you know how to look and you know where we're looking and how we're making this happen, right? So the idea is we're focusing mainly on builder inventory. What we've seen in DFW is builders have a rising inventory of homes sitting on the market. So homes that are ready to move into quickly, can close in 30 to 60 days. They need to get those homes closed, right? So as soon as those homes are done, they're wanting people in them because now they're costing them money, which is why we're seeing some of the massive price reductions that we're seeing. And we're seeing all of these different builders on their websites advertising interest rates and buy downs and closing costs and all of these things. And you're not even having to ask for it yet, right? And so imagine, like, how much more can you get? How much more? A little bit more, a little bit more. If you know what questions to ask and you know how to go in and take advantage of what they're doing. So, and of course, this is always, I want to tell you, the more you spend, the more you save. So I'm going to give you a very real number because I want to always be open and transparent with you guys, because I started this video with affordability. And now we do help a lot of clients in that $300,000 to $400,000 range. We have tons of business that happens there. You're not saving $10,000 a year on that one. But on the deal that we just recently did, they are saving like almost $11,000 a year. And here's how they did it. So interest rates right now are hovering at about 6.6 to 6.8%. Builders are giving what they call forward commitments, where they're basically going out and they're buying rates down lower, either on permanent buy downs to where they're locked for the life of the loan. So 30 years fixed at one rate, or they're doing like a first year buy down or a 2-year buy down to where it gradually stair steps its way back up. In this particular case, this client, we were looking at about a $745,000 purchase price. So again, not our normal starter home people. So we're going to get there. I promise you, I want to give you those numbers as well. But a $745,000 purchase price, they're putting 5% down. This purchase price was actually, we got it reduced by $40,000. So it was $785,000. We got down to $745,000. The builder is then buying their rate down to a fixed 5%. So they're using that instead of getting closing cost money. And we're probably going to truthfully, we're probably going to go back, re-engineer it and give them a little bit on the closing cost. But $745,000 purchase price, 5% down on a conventional loan, buying them down to 5% in a neighborhood with a tax rate under 2, which is very doable, especially if you're looking in the Rockwall area. So if you watched a lot of our videos, we talk about that, like Rockwall, some of these neighborhoods, really, really great tax rates. So $745,000, buying their interest rate down from 6.8 to right at 5 is going to save them monthly, on average, estimated $909 a month, or $10,912 a year over the life of this loan. So you're like, how are they doing it? They're doing that right there. They're going to the builders and letting them give them inventory. You know how else I know builders are trying to move inventory right now is because all of the real estate agents, we all get the emails where it's like, hey, we've got inventory. Hey, come see us. Hey, we're willing to make a deal. Check out our insane incentives. Oh, and by the way, we've added bonuses back in because they're trying to get agents that don't don't normally sell new construction out into those neighborhoods to incentivize them to get their clients to buy houses, right? That's when you know there is blood in the water and it is time for you to strike. Go get the bag and get their house. Take their stinking money, take the house and get the house you want. So of course, like again, this was a $40,000 price reduction. Are we getting those done on 3 to 350? No, we're not. We're getting probably 10 or 15 and then backing in the closing cost, or depending on what the builders are doing. But like I'm looking at my screen right now. I've got one builder saying, hey, Shattuck is saying, hey, we're doing 4.49 the first year and then a 5.49 fixed. Meritage's, their website right now shows, I think it was $30,000 in closing costs. Let's check it and make sure. I don't want to lie to you guys. $30,000 or a fixed rate of 4.99. And a lot of their homes usually have appliance packages in them. And so if you're looking at homes in that like Meritage and Trophy, they run together. If you're looking in those sub 500 markets, like you're looking for stuff that's, you know, actually trying to get in, Meritage and Trophy is where I would look. No Horton, no Lennar, none of that garbage. Meritage, Trophy, couple others. But so 30,000 in closing costs. And let's just see if I go look, because I don't want to tell you guys crazy things, right? I just want to tell you realistic stuff. Anything under 400, submit. What do we got? On their website, looking at 220 homes in the DFW market that are listed under 400 with Meritage, and 4.99 fixed rates plus probably appliances in a lot of their neighborhoods. So we did Shattuck, we did Meritage, we could do Trophy, see what they're offering. 4.99 FHA plus 7,500 in closing costs, what they're advertising directly on their website. If we go to Pacesetter, same thing. Let's just see, guys, they're putting it out there. And so people are like, how are they buying homes? They're finding these inventory homes. They're negotiating down the price. They're asking for the closing cost, and they're coming to the table with as little money out of pocket as possible. Let me give you a real secret, and we probably need to do a whole video on this. If you qualify to use a VA loan, so if you served our country and you earned the right to use a VA loan, that is one of the best loan products you will find. And when you stack that on top of builder incentives and the money that they can put in your pocket, I can't tell you, we've had 3 VA clients close in the last 30 days, and all of them either came to the closing with very little money out of pocket, or they walked away from the table with a check, like got paid to buy the house. So if you qualify for a VA loan, I would love to have a conversation with you about buying new construction. Pacesetter website, 4.99 and no closing cost. Highland website, let's just go look. Just giving you guys how to do this. Highland showing a 3.99. This is a secret one. So if you made it this far in the video, this one is a secret. So on the Highland website, they have a 3.94959. So it's a 2-1 buy down. So 3.99 the first year, 4.99 the second year, 5.99 fixed. I happen to know one of the preferred lenders for Highland. It's a different one than what they advertise, and they don't advertise this, but I can get you a better rate than that. So we're talking, so they're showing 3.9, 4.9, 5.9. We might be able to find a 4.9 lock with a FHA or a VA loan on a Highland home, and that is going to save you thousands of dollars every month, right? And so what people are not doing is they're not going in and saying, hey, give me all my money toward price reductions. They're not doing that. They're going and looking at builders' inventories. They're finding those homes that have been sitting for a little bit that were done. So like at the time of recording this video, it's summer. So these homes that have been done since, spring or a little before, and they're finding these deals. Builders are trying to negotiate. They're trying to get out ahead of this, and they're trying to continue to sell homes. Are they overpriced? We can discuss that. At the end of the day, homes are still moving, right? The builders are calling in, hey, we sold 100 homes across the region this week. Hey, we did this for this. Like, they're still moving these homes, and they're still doing inventory, and they're still trying to put stuff on the ground, and we still have tons and tons of people moving here on the daily. So if you want to know how people are doing this, that's how they're doing it. So we did the 750 one, right? I want to give you another realistic number. Let's go back and let's use one of those Meritage ones, right? So what was it? Let's go back to the website. I'm going to give you a very real scenario on this. So they're showing a 4.99 fixed rate, and let's say we purchase one of these homes under 400. So if I just go back and I look and we say, hey, submit, and let's just say we end up in the East Ridge community, which is a community in McKinney, just north of, right up there by 380. They've got, let's just view these quick move-in homes, and I should be showing you on my screen, but it's okay. So we've got so 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,000 square feet, currently listed at $372. So if we get a buy down and they're buying us down to 4.99, so permanent buy down, let's do the calculation. The list price $372, and let's just say we're doing that on I think that's probably an FHA loan. So let's call it 5%, 3.5% down, and we're doing that many discount points, 4.99. I'm not sure what the tax rate in that neighborhood is, so we're gonna leave it high. We're gonna leave it at 2.4 just to make sure that we cover our bases, right? And we're gonna calculate that, get to a new interest rate. It's gonna save you over $400 a month. So not $900, but again, you're not spending $700,000. On that 372, if you were to go out and do the same home in a resale neighborhood and you were going to individual and asking them, hey, can we buy your house? And they're like, yeah, we totally buy your house. And they're not giving you that buy down, it would cost you an extra $400 a month. That's how people are doing it. That is it right there. They're using the builder's money and they're buying their rates down. They're getting these 3.9, 4.9, 5.9 rates. And then people are like, oh, that's a scam. That's a scam. That's a scam. No, listen, it's a fixed growth rate, right? So where people got in trouble before on all these variable mortgages is they didn't know what the market was going to do. So the mortgage would be like, oh, today it's 6, and then next week it's 8, and then it would that's what this is, a very like if you do these temporary buy downs, you can clearly see the stair stepping that it's going to take. So it's 399 year 1, payments 1 to 12, 499 year 2, so 13 to 24, 599 year 3, so what is that, 25 to 36, and then it locks, right? So you can clearly see how it's moving. And the play on that is you think, and this is totally your opinion, not my opinion, not anybody else's opinion, is you believe by the time that you get to that final locking number that market rates are going to be better and that you have the ability to refinance. That's why you would take a temporary buy down. If for me personally, I would take the permanent buy down and let them buy it down, and then if rates get better, I could refinance. But I also think I would want to do whatever I could to get in the deal for as little money as possible. That's kind of my thing, is hey, what can we do to do this deal for as little money as possible out of pocket? And right now, coming into Q3 2025, builders, their inventory, there is an uptick in inventory. There is also an uptick on listings, uptick on price reductions. I was in a neighborhood the other day and the sales rep told me, he's like, hey, we have an inventory home and it's $30,000 cheaper than the base price to build this home right now. You think they want to sell that house? I think they do. And I want you to buy it. I want to take as much money from them as we can to get you the best deal we possibly can. And that's how people are doing. Those are the cheat codes. They're also finding the places that are probably the second biggest cheat code is they're not buying in the places that everybody is trying to buy right now, right? Frisco's booming, Salina's booming, Prosper's booming. There's tons of growth everywhere in DFW. But if you want to find the best deals, you got to be looking in the secret markets like the Rockwalls, the Fates, the Royce Cities, the Levines. You got to go down south, Waxahachie, Red Oak, incredible deals going on down there, right? Go a little bit northwest, look at the Aubreys, anything on 380. You're paying to be on 380. You got to look in those markets and you got to kind of try and potentially stay out of those massive communities, right? Look boutique and look at quality builders who are putting good products on the ground. That's the cheat code. That's how people are figuring it out. And we've got clients saving hundreds of dollars every single month by using the builder's inventory and using their money to buy their rates down as quick as they can. So if you're trying to get into a home, builder inventory is the best place to be right now. If you've got a little bit more of a timeline, you might consider looking at a build. They're still incentivizing those, but the big dollars, the big money spend is in the inventory homes, and they're shelling out millions of dollars. Because here's the other thing, is on these forward commitments, they're having to prepay for them, right? So they're going to their partner lenders and they're saying, hey, here's the money, make it work. And then it only runs for a certain amount of time. And then if they don't use it, they kind of lose it. They got to roll it into a new thing. So they're like, as you see them advertising this, capitalize on it and get the best you can. Now, there are parameters. I was gonna tell you, there's always parameters, and every deal is different, and it's gonna be specifically based on your debt, your incomes, your credits, your liabilities, all of those things. But when you see them advertising this, that's how all your friends are buying houses. So one of my favorite things that happens is when you guys reach out. We have clients that are here in Texas. We have people that are trying to move to Texas. And when I get to sit down on Zoom or on a phone call and hear your story and hear, hey, what we're looking for and finding those, that's what brings me the most joy. We have people doing that every single day, and I want you to be part of that. Contact information is always right here. The other thing I want to tell you is if you want to just look at homes and you're like, I don't even know where to start, the resource we built you on our website, it's right there. You can browse only new construction homes. The best place to look for floor plans, for communities, for builders, all of those things. These are the cheat codes that I want you to have. Get into those builders inventory. Get in, I wish I could show you and give you access to my email and just give you all the deals that we get sent. But I reserve those for our clients when we're working together. So if you have questions, let me know. Guys, go get the money. Go, it's not going to be around forever. It's been around for now. That's how your friends are doing it. Those are the cheat codes that they're making them successful in buying homes and saving thousands of dollars every single month. Hope that helps. We'll see you in the next video.